Hey y'all, here we have a Husky 345. Guy wants me to work on it. It is, according to him, he was running it and it just suddenly stopped. And he said he put a fuel filter and a spark plug in. So what I'm gonna do, that's all the info I know before I pull my butt off trying to get it started. I'm gonna try and eliminate some things. Compression. Let's see here. Gonna set you up here. Compression. It's got it. Let's look at the spark plug. Let's see if we got spark. Hopefully you can get a good shot here. Okay, looks like a new plug. We have piston movement, so that's a good thing, right? And we're gonna check to see if she's got some sparky going on. I really don't want to get zapped. I mean, I'd rather not. So it looks like when you pull the choke on this one, it goes on. Okay, we got spark. I don't know if you can see it. Let's do this. Then you will see it. Okay, I see it in the camera, so I know you can see it. RCJ7Y. Okay, so we got two of the things we need, right? I'll try and start it without the cover on, I think. So it's most likely going to be fuel related. Let's see what kind of fuel we got here. We got all kinds of fuel. Okay. My guess is if it, I'm going to try and start it. My guess is if it doesn't, it's the fuel line disconnected in the inside or cracked or something. But let's see. Okay, let's see how much stuff I can knock over and stuff. Okay, so we need choke on. Well, let's try that once. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get this on the ground here. I know what would make it start. Put a steel next to it, or a steel sticker on it, huh? I'm gonna get flack from the Husky guys. Okay, so what do we got going on? I got a fuel issue. It did pop a little bit. Did you hear that? One time. That is not bad. Not too bad there. Now you gotta wonder why Husky called it air injection. So when I first heard the term from them, I was like, holy man, it's got fuel injection. But all it means is they got it routed so the flywheel blows the chips away from the air filter. That's what they call it. And they were actually, I believe they were way before, I know they had it a long time before steel did it. So I know like my 018 steel, it would always get stuff on it. Not so much the bigger chips, but the finer stuff. This is a fuel bulb. I wanted to get one, especially for these 2-strokes, to just squirt fuel right into the carb instead of like starting fluid. That way, especially for like 2-strokes, they got lubricant then. Or more. I don't, some of the starting fluids have it, but so this I got on Amazon actually. You can get different sizes. This way you can get into spots. Don't you think I should cut this off? Or is it cool when they hang out like that? I think it's pretty cool. What I have here is some 50-to-1. I'm gonna fill my bulb up. Of course. Why not squirt my hand? Just a little bit. That's enough. That's plenty. Oh, what a turd. She don't want to do much of anything, does it? Okay, turd. That's odd, isn't it? The switch is off. We got nothing. Switch is on. And we got sparkies. Alright, I'm gonna do some stuff off camera because I don't know. One would think it would go by putting fuel into the carb, right? So now I'm taking this spark arrestor screen off. Sometimes the screen plugs on them too. Okay, so where am I at on this thing? I cleaned the exhaust up. The spark arrestor, I cleaned a little bit. Put that back on. The gasket looked fine. This is all back on. I took the carb off. To do that, you need to take this off. You need to get to the back to get to these bolts. And to do that, you have to take the throttle off. I'll kind of show you in reverse order, I guess. And then you take this guy off, holds the throttle. It just comes out of here, pulls up. And once you do that, you can expose the bolts to hold the carb on. that go through here. So what am I finding out here? Well, when I blew into the fuel line, it seemed to take quite a bit of pressure before it came out of here. So I think there was something plugging it. I don't know if like he said he changed the filter. I don't know if the old filter maybe was deteriorating and it let something in there and plugged it. All right, I should be ready for fuel. You know what I don't have on? I don't have the filter on. I gotta fish that out of there. This works pretty good for that. I blew on the end with my lungs or mouth, and it seemed like it was holding the air fine, so there shouldn't be a hole or anything in it. Now that's gonna kind of move all over when you're turning this thing. It should fit in there. If I spilled some. Fuel line was leaking. It just kept going. I wonder if there's any water in there. Okay. Is this thing clean? Now, is it going to start? If it doesn't start, then well, I'll be more stumped than what I am. It's still got the old plug in it. Let's see if it'll go with the old plug. NGK is better than Champion, isn't it? I would think so, huh? So let's see here. We need full choke. It's wet now. She's a wet one. She's got spark. It's got fuel. I don't know, boys. It's being sassy. Now we got right in here. Okay, so getting back at this Husky 345, I had to look at the video and see where I left off because I did some stuff off camera. I was gonna check the flywheel to see if the keyway was sheared or something, which would make the timing off. But it looks to me like the timing is on because it should. 2 strokes gonna fire every time it comes up, right? So right here it should be firing. Here's top dead center right here, and it just passed right there, so it should be. It looks like it's on. I got a couple pullers, so I'll do that later. So right now, I got a compression tester. I didn't have one, so I got one now. I also got an endoscope. They're not that expensive. I think it was like, I want to say like 30 bucks or something. And I'll be able to use this on rifles too. Like checking the barrel. And it plugs into your phone. I'll show you how it works in a bit. But right now, I'm going to get this back together here so I can put the recoil back on, and then I can do a compression check. Okay, so right now I'm just going to tighten this up. That'll be coming off of there anyway, and you'll see why. And the job is turning into a bigger job than what I thought. But sometimes that's how it goes, huh? You're gonna have a lot of info coming here on what's wrong with this. Alright, let's take the muffler back off. Okay, so will you be able to see in here? Okay, can you see that? Let me take a picture of it with my phone. There's scoring going on in the cylinder and on the piston, and there's no way I'm gonna be able to show you in here, so I can't even get a photo of it with the light. But that's what the endoscope is for. Okay, so this guy, you just plug it in and you get to the app. And then it's good. It's showing me on here. So let's take a look at what we can see. This is pointing at the exhaust side. Yeah, we have scarring all the way up to the above the transfer port, which is not a good thing. And look at the piston. I think I can show you this better too. The image is upside down, but that's the piston right there. I don't know how good you can see this, but I'll probably put a video of it that I took from the app. This is the exhaust side right here. And you got transfer ports on the right and the left. And here's like an aerial shot of the whole thing. But look at the amount of crap. Look at that. I thought maybe the cylinder would be fixable, but typically if you have the scores above the exhaust port, that's where you need to build your compression right after that. And I don't know. Probably gonna need a different cylinder and piston. So yeah. So now that I know that that is basically toast, and guess what? I already did the research on parts. You can't get the cylinder anymore from Husqvarna as OEM. They do make Chinese cheap kits, like rebuild kits. You know, cylinder, piston, ring. I think they give you a spark plug. You know, whatever else. For like 50 bucks or so. But do you trust that? Do you trust a Chinese knockoff top end rebuild? I really don't. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a compression test first, and then I'm gonna start taking it apart. I'm gonna take this right out of it. I'm gonna see what actually went on here. I wanna see if something failed in the bottom and then it ate some parts, or What happened to it? Did it overheat? You can get takeouts of like parted out saws, or maybe ones that maybe a log fell on them, they parted them out. You can get parts on like eBay and stuff, so I might go that route. But I want to try and fix this saw. It's more of a challenge right now than anything, so why not, right? Alright, so I gotta get my compression tester. Okay, so if you get a compression tester, I learned this from, I think it was Steve's Small Engine Saloon. You gotta get the one with the valve in the hose here. It's got like it's like a tire pressure valve. What that's gonna do is it's gonna hold the pressure, so each time it compresses, it's gonna hold it. If you don't have that, you have to rely on the head, getting it all the way up to the head. And it's fine for like bigger engines, like cars or whatever. But for small engines, it ain't accurate, I guess. So, as you check out Steve's Small Engine Saloon, he has a video on this, on the compression testers, and he shows that, I think he did a chainsaw and it was only like 40 pounds with the other style, and it was over 100 with this style. So that was the difference. Alright, then we plug this guy in. And I'm gonna have to move you because I'm gonna knock you over. Definitely knock you over. Okay. PSI is yellow. I will take a picture of it, because I don't know how good the GoPro is. And you should have, well, for sure over 100. Let's make sure there's no leak here. I'm getting 60. Yeah, 60, 62. So, yeah. All right, let's get rocking and rolling here. Well, it's time to take it apart. I'll even put this on for the compression check. I knew she was coming apart. So. Most of the time, like when you have screws, you can put them in the cover like this, but usually you can tell, if you got 4 screws that look alike and are the same length, you can kind of narrow it down pretty good of what it is or where they go. All right, take these guys out again. Tins are easier when you've done it already. It was only this far though. So, puller for that, but I can take the cylinder off without this. Although I'm gonna have to see if I have a Allen wrench big enough, or what these even are. So let me get this guy first. If you don't know if something's reverse thread, you can actually look at it from the side. And you can see that it goes uphill to the right, which means that if I turn that from this way to the right, it'll spin off, which means it's this way, which is the lefty. So it's not reverse thread. The other side, I think the clutch side probably will be. And what you don't want to do is strip it out. Because I believe this is a crank. So if you strip that out, well, that ain't gonna be good. I kind of like working on chainsaws because it's all right here. It's kind of nice. All right, There's many ways of getting these flywheels off. A lot of people just put the nut back on so it doesn't mushroom it and then just give it a whack. I'm going to try a puller, but this puller isn't going to work. I just got this kit. I was severely lacking in gear pullers, so I ordered a couple. This is a gear wrench, and I like their stuff. But if you look at how these are, you can put them in like this, and it's kind of spring loaded. So look at it'll just stay there instead of flopping around. And then you can reverse them, of course, to pull the other way. If you want to pull on the outside. So this is a 3. First time using it. I might not be able to use it. I don't know. I don't know if it'll fit or not. It's kind of nice though, because you can move it however you want, and it kind of stays there. Looks like those aliens in War of the Worlds. And tripods. And you can screw this guy in. I like the fact that it's in a kit. And keep it clean. If I put my stuff away. And then it has a bigger one for bigger stuff. Like I said, I was really lacking in them, so I figured I would spend a little money on that. I don't even know if this is gonna work. Well, I'm thinking it's probably not, because I don't know if that's even gonna get in there. Let's see. Yeah, it would. Okay, let me mess with this. I just noticed that I was putting 3 on. You can go 2. So you go right across from each other. I think that's gonna work. I was gonna try. I had it over here. I was trying 3, but it would be like pulling this way without one. I can't get one in this spot over here. I think this will work. If I can get it how I need it. We'll see. I think that'll work. I'm gonna find out, huh? Here, look at how nice that guy grabs it. Grabs it really good. Okay, 13 is close enough, huh? Easy. Easy. 1 win for the gear wrench. I've pulled enough off and flywheels and stuff that I just needed a set that was better than what I had. I just had a cheap Tractor Supply one. So here's the crank keyway. Okay, there is actually no removable keyway. It's built right into the flywheel. These nylon brushes will work good for this. Plastic. I'm gonna have to go down here for it. There is no bolts on the top. I have to pull it off there, which means that I have to. The carb's gotta come off. This shouldn't have to come off. Well, I don't know. Because Husky puts their clutch on the outside. Steel puts it on the inside. Steel's clutch is on the inside, and then the sprocket's on the outside. The Steel's a little bit easier to get the chain on, but Husqvarna says they do this for keeping the heat away from the engine. Okay, time to take more apart. Those I'm gonna have to probably keep separate. So far they're the same length, so that's good. I should actually get the fuel out of here too. This way there ain't as much to spill if it comes to that. Plus when I turn it over, it's sucking it in. And it's going on the piston and stuff. So yeah. I wonder if that's mixed hard enough. same thing. So 2 little ones go in the bottom of the handle. Oh, how do I get this off of here? Let's go backwards. Okay, I don't think I have to take this off yet. Here's the serial number too on these. It's under, kind of behind the handle, so it doesn't get whacked. Okay, underneath. Oh, geez. In order to get to them, this has to come off. I have to pay attention to what we got going on here. So that one looks like the whole crap's gonna come off. So that means I gotta take the carb off because the fuel line's gonna come with it, I think. This one is really has to be taken apart. Well, I'm gonna have to go through the carb anyway, probably. So this. Yeah, you might know he's gonna do that. Alright, so you see me do the carb already, so I'm gonna just do it off camera to save on memory space. Okay, carb is off. I'm sure that guy's leaking fuel, I would imagine. And I need this guy off too. You gotta make sure they go in the right spot. Bumper one. It might be just the hose here. Oh, what do we got here? We're hitting here. I feel like this is going to be fun to put together. Very much so. Very much so. Now this should probably come off. No. Let's see, I gotta take this. That's gonna allow me to get is that gonna pull up? I'll have to look when I put it together if there's an air leak there, because that could make her unlean too. Alright, here goes. Should I clean them before? No, where's the fun in that? That should allow the cylinder to come up. I couldn't get this off. I'm gonna see if it'll come with the whole cylinder here. It appears so. Yeah, pretty bad, huh? So the exhaust side, what is up there? Yeah, there's a piece. I'll try and get it out for you. This little piece right here goes up there. And that's all it takes, is a little thing like that to get sucked up into the engine. So I'm pretty much gonna strip this thing now, and yeah, I'll take this off. Everything that's remaining I'll take off. We'll clean the heck out of the case and make it look brand new. Yep, since I'm this far, right? Oh, the rings. So it's free here. There should be a, yeah, there's a pin here to hold it so it can't spin. One ring on these, but right here it's not coming out. So it got hot, it probably got kind of welded in, but look at all this. This is like, I don't know. She got warm. But the scoring goes at the top, which I don't like. And I don't know if I can get that out. I don't know. I'll let you know. Alright, so let's continue on this 345 here. I had to get the clutch off here. And I guess they make pullers for this, or like if you get a socket, you can cut this part out and it'll go right in here. But I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way. So it's marked here off, so it's reverse thread. So I need to stop the crank from turning. So let's see if this will work. This might actually pop it out of the case. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, we'll take the chain adjuster out. You can see how that works as you tighten this. This here, it moves this down, the bolt here. Pulls your bar back. Or forward, whatever you need. Alright, all that's left is this. This thing's going to be a bare piece of plastic molding. I gotta get the, might as well just get the oiler off, and then everything's pretty much off. Alright, get this off. She's got some in. I'm just gonna dump it in here. Actually, there's a lot of crap coming out of there. Sawdust stuff. It's not coming from around, it's in there. Okay, for the oiler, I'm just taking it out like this. It'll come right out. Now this thing is about as bare as you can get. You took these out, but I'm not going to do that. No need to. She needs a pretty good bath.